What's going on, everybody? Thursday night, weekend's almost here. Uh, big Scream news. Not that I'm not excited about it. It's just not been a great week. Um, was gonna do a video, but honestly, by the time you do the video and edit it, and it just takes forever to put out there, so we're just gonna go live and talk about this for a few minutes. If anybody has any comments they want to share, feel free to do so. The news of the day. Let me pull it up here so I am not misquoting anything. And if you're a Scream fan, it's a pretty monumental day for you. Probably bigger even than when Halloween announced that they were going to do two more films and Kills It Ends, which had a lot of hype behind it at the time. But let me start with the most recent stuff. Matthew Lillard will return as Stu in Scream 7. Source: Deadline. It's about as ironclad as of a source as you could ask for. Um, the fan base now for over a decade has been clamoring for the return of Stu, the return of Matthew Lillard. Um, you know, it, I'm almost surprised it hasn't happened before this because the fan base wanted it so badly. And we live in a day and age where if you can do something for the fans and it makes your franchise more money, you're probably going to do it. Um, I'm not the biggest Scream fan by any means, but even I can sit back and just as a movie and an entertainment fan, I can sit there and I can go, you know what? This is a massive day for Scream fans of that franchise. Not everybody's going to love the moves, but most people will. And, they deserve their flowers. I'm thrilled for them. As a Halloween fan, a little annoyed that we're still stuck in limbo. Friday the 13th fans have the ultimate trump card for being able to be annoyed. Um, the Stu return is big on so many levels. The question is he returning as someone who is alive or did he die? And I know some people might scoff at the idea of Stu being dead but being back, but I don't think, given the last two Scream films, we can rule that out. And I do think there's a second additional casting today where you can go, oh, yeah, Stu might be back, but maybe he's in fact dead. And the second additional casting, which completely caught me off guard, also broken by Deadline, Scott Foley has been cast in Scream 7. And for those of you that don't know who Scott Foley is, he was Roman, Sidney's half-brother, and Ghostface in Scream 3. So not only are you getting Matthew Lillard and Stu, you're getting Scott and Roman. And that's the one where I go, well, Roman is very clearly dead. He did not survive that. The actor's Scott's in fantastic shape, looks great. I'm sure they can pull off, a de-aging look to make him look younger. Wouldn't be the first time they've done it. But, to me, this spells either flashback or some sort of weird supernatural twist that we're going to get on this. I hope not. Hope they don't go that far. But just, fans of any franchise, let alone horror franchises, let alone Scream or Halloween, wait for days like today where, and I don't know how many people were asking for Roman to come back. I feel like that move's fairly unexpected. But people wait for days like today to celebrate their franchise. Because for now, until we see the product, it's a big win. It's a massive win. I do think we need to talk about, the whole Melissa getting canned. Jenna Ortega is obviously a little too busy to be involved. Franchise got a lot of bad mojo from that, if you will. And I get it. And by the way, let me know in the comment section, whether you're watching live or after the fact, what do you think of Matthew Lillard and Stu being back, but also Scott as Roman being back? Share your thoughts in the comment section. What would you do with those two characters? You're in the director's chair, or you're writing. What are you doing with Stu and Roman? Because remember, Billy and Stu were technically with Roman, even though we never really see that. So I do wonder how that works out. I think it's a no-brainer. Absolute no-brainer that Billy's back, even if Melissa's not returning. Just, it makes all the sense in the world. Where this story's going now, I don't know. I wanted the small-time, Sidney Prescott out in the middle of nowhere, something like Hush, different setting, smaller movie, a little more intimate. This thing's shaping up to be the biggest movie of them all. Doesn't mean it'll be the best, but in terms of garnering attention, both positive and negative, people are talking. That's a good thing, because if, they're not, then you're not getting eyeballs. The other thing is they just lost out on Patrick Dempsey, where it just didn't seem like the financial negotiations were where they needed to be from, it's rumored to be coming from Dempsey's camp. So you couple Dempsey and Melissa together, and all of a sudden you're sitting there and you're going, well, why can't we get our shit together? Fast forward a week, and all of a sudden Stu and Roman are in. I'm not saying they did it because of that. It's too quick of a turnaround. It's not happening. But again, I still think as critical as people can be for this franchise, this is a big move. It's massive. Wouldn't be shocked. Like, it's almost turning out to be a Scream all-star movie. Wouldn't be shocked if they get David Arquette in there in some sort of flashback or dream sequence. Is it over the top? Probably. But, they seem to be throwing everything at the wall for this one. We'll see how it turns out. Dustin, what's going on, buddy? He thinks he needed this to happen. He enjoyed Scream 5 and just watched Scream 6. It's okay, but the formula's getting so repetitive. And having Stu back is great. Maybe he's a ghost similar to Billy in 5 and 6. Yeah, I could see that being a very realistic possibility. I wasn't the biggest fan of Scream 5. Didn't hate it. I really liked the first two acts in Scream 6 to a point where, it was right up there amongst my favorite Scream movies. And then that last act, when shit gets just over the top, carny and stupid and cartoon-like, and they lost me, unfortunately, in the last act of 6, which is unfortunate because I loved the first two acts. Thought it was great. But yeah, just a fantastic win for Scream fans. Would love to hear everybody's thoughts in the comment section, where they think they might be going with it. I'm just thrilled for Scream fans, honestly. It's a big day for them. That's going to do it for this little stream, though. Stu and Roman are back. What's Roman going to do? Let us know down below. Like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications to all. And we will see you Tuesday on Fandom Empire Live.